Hey, Seawolves fans, it's almost time for hoops season on Long Island as we're joined by Stony Brook men's basketball coach Geno Ford. Coach, great to see you. How was the off season? What do you like about this team after wrapping up day one?
Yeah, it seems like we're back at it again, right? Guys are excited. I mean, first day of practice is always cool and special, and guys, they get a little more amped up and a little more juice in the tank to go through the first day. With the way the rules have changed so much, and we've been working out since the summer, it doesn't have the same as it did October 15th of 15 years ago, but still always good when guys know it's official and the practice gear is out and we're not just going, in random Stony Brook t-shirts. They got their practice gear in red, white, and yeah, I think that our group has a lot of new faces, so the fans will get to see a lot of new guys. There's a few familiar returners, Frankie and Tyler in particular that played a lot for us a year ago. Rocco redshirted, and then Kane Roberts played some towards the end of the year, and Tanaj Petway redshirted. So a lot of new names beyond that for the roster.
You've had some time to spend with the team, as you mentioned, in the summertime. What have you learned about this group over the last couple of months? Yeah,
we're big, and we have tremendous shooting. It's two things that I haven't said about a team around here for a while. We have some other things that we've got to tighten up and get better at for sure, but we have size. Rocco, Keenan, Leon, 4 guys 6'10" or bigger, and Frankie, who got stuck last year exclusively playing the 5. I don't, barring major foul trouble or injuries, he's not going to play the 5 at all. So he's able to kind of go back to a more natural position, which will help him and help us. And, I think our team, when you have size, you should be a good rebounding team, which is not something we've been real strong at. We're kind of the opposite of what we were a year ago. A year ago, we were fast, exciting, small, shot a lot of threes, scored a lot of points, couldn't really guard anybody. And this team has got a ton of size, should be dominant on the glass. It has a lot of three-point shooting, so it's just a different makeup.
Coach, it's a different league as well, moving to the CAA. What kind of challenge does that pose for you?
Well, it poses a huge challenge because the league's just so much better. I mean, if you were to look, there's 32 conferences in the country. The America East, has been a 26 to 28 league in that range. The CAA has been a 11 to 13 league in that range. So it puts us on the heels. You get the Power 5s and your Missouri Valley, Mountain West, A10, and we're right there with the A10. So, I mean, when you're competing against teams that are at that level, you have to be better. And, it's even for the coaches, we look at our team and, I feel like, hey, if we're in the America East, this team's first or second. I mean, we've got some real weapons in a new league. The coaches have to learn the league. The players have to learn the league. Not a guy on our roster has played in the CAA before, even though we have some new faces that have transferred. So it's going to be a year where the quicker we can learn, the better. And it's going to be a learning curve, especially early. We've had, a really, really unfortunate thing with Dean Knoll. It was a guy we were really counting on with a knee injury, and was a big piece of what we were doing because he was a guard, he was smart, he's tough, and we lost him for the season, and that's a tough blow and for our team. And a really tough blow for him personally. You're a senior. He transferred here from Cornell. He was all conference in the Ivy League. So I feel terrible for Dean. And now, our team has to figure out how do we all do something a little bit different and a little bit better than maybe what we were projecting in July and August, because a big piece of our program is not there. So, it's a good opportunity for some young guys, some young freshman guards we really like, and hopefully they'll learn quickly.
Yeah, there are learning opportunities at a non-conference before we hit the league. You open down in Gainesville, seeing the Gators again at Rhodey, get Yale here at home, an NCAA tournament team, and then seeing Coach Huggins down in Morgantown at the end of the year. How about that non-conference slate you got?
The non-conference schedule is really difficult. We have 4 high-level opponents, from big-time leagues that we're playing, and then you get into, we don't have many home games this year. A year ago the schedule flipped and we were able to get some home games. This year we're kind of thin on the home game front, and that's always hard because home teams win almost 75% of the games that are played across the country. So when you're on the road, you're automatically a significant underdog just based off what everybody's doing nationwide. And for us, we're going to be going into some more hostile environments. I think we're coming from a place where Vermont can be a tough place to play. I don't really think there was anybody else in our league other than Stony Brook and Vermont that had home court advantage. Now, it's real home court advantage. These are nice arenas with big crowds and some real challenges with environment. So hopefully that non-league schedule, by going into a Florida, Rhode Island, a West Virginia, can really prepare us as we, chart our way through the league the first time.
Coach, it's exciting. Season starts in November. Appreciate you taking the time.
Thanks, Sam. I appreciate it.